So I wanted to jump on here real quick because we are actually on our way to get Tenny's stitches out. I haven't fully explained this situation yet, but Tenny had to get stitches about 12 days ago after she cut her hand pretty badly. And I think one universal feeling that we can all feel as humans is feelings of failure and guilt. And this was my moment where I just felt like a total failure and extremely guilty because it was actually my fault that she cut her hand. And I actually completely unintentionally am the person that caused her to get hurt. And so, of course, as a mom, I just felt entirely guilty. And then her getting the shot for her stitches, of course, was painful. And so I have a video about that with her in the hospital, getting stitches and all of that stuff. And she took it like a champ. But Mom here was just beside herself the whole time. So I wanted to jump on. Today's vlog is going to be pretty quick because I'm just going to show a little bit of footage from the hospital, going to explain a little bit about what happened, and we're going to show her getting her stitches out as well. But I thought it was really important to show this to you guys because I show a lot of the winning moments, you know, the natural childbirth, a lot of the moments that I'm proud of when it comes to her doing her numbers or her ABCs. But this is one of the moments where I really wasn't very proud, and I just really felt like I had failed as a mom. And I think that's something that we can all relate to. So I hope you guys learn to be forgiving of yourself as I have learned to be forgiving. And I hope that we can all learn and grow from this together. Oh, thank you. Good job. Can I get a high five on this hand? High five? All right.
Just because she is coming in with an injury, we have to.
So they just brought in a sticker with a pillow on it to numb my hand. And they are letting me watch as much YouTube as I want. And they're letting me control it. Yeah. And I just got 2 vials of candy that they called Motrin. And they're waiting for this to numb about 20 to 40 minutes, and then they're going to give me some stitches. Yeah. Did you get a popsicle because you were a big girl? Is that your ouchie? And your hand has a pillow, huh? Oh. Is that yummy? Good job. I'm so proud of you, honey. Big girl, I'm so proud of you. Big girl. Mommy's so proud of you. You're a big, big girl, aren't you? Okay, so really quickly, I want to go through what happened with you guys. So for my birthday this year, part of my present was a candy bouquet from Publix. And it was such a cute idea. Tenny and I, of course, both loved the candy, her being a toddler and me being pregnant. So it was a great idea on Chad's part. Good job, honey. And we knew right up front that there were a couple of dangerous components to this candy bouquet that we immediately removed before we let Tenny play with it. And so basically, the candy bouquet was made of styrofoam, and I'll picture it somewhere. Look for the picture. But the candy bouquet is comprised of styrofoam, and they had large boxes of candy taped around the styrofoam. And then they also had little like fun size, party size candy bars like Mr. Good Bar and Hershey Bar taped to wooden skewers, and then those were stuck in various parts of the styrofoam as well. Obviously, those are dangerous, and we took all of those out before we let Tenny play with the candy bouquet. Now, there was one more part of the candy bouquet which we actually thought was completely safe. It was these little red, I hesitate to say foil papers, but they were these like red plastic papers, you know, that make that awesome crinkly sound that kids just love so much, and they're bright red. So they definitely draw in a child's attention. Well, these red plastic crinkly papers on top of the bouquet looked like they were glued into the styrofoam. But they actually were not. They were actually stuck into the styrofoam with metal spikes. Yeah, metal spikes, like what you would use in your yard. And I didn't know this until I was doing dishes. Tenny was playing with the candy bouquet, and she managed to get one of the papers out, and I see she's holding it in her hand like this, and I see the sharp part of the spike, the bottom of the spike, hanging out of the bottom of her fist. So I, of course, go to take that away from her, and I take it out of her hand, like really quickly while I'm like playing with her. I'm telling her, I'm like, look over there, Tenny, look over there. And I'm going to really quickly snatch it from her before she gets hurt. And when I did that, like I said, she was holding it like this, and I pulled it up from the top of her hand. And when I did that, her face just dropped, and she started screaming, and she held her hand, and blood just started gushing everywhere, because I saw that the spike was sharp on the bottom. I had no idea that the edges of it were also serrated. Yeah, it had jagged edges. And so not only did it cut her hand, it like tore part of the skin off of her hand. And I obviously felt terrible, very guilty, because I had no idea, and I was just trying to keep her safe by taking it away from her. And my worst fear was that she was gonna, if I didn't take it away from her quickly, she was gonna run off with it, and she could fall with it, and the sharp part on the end could get her. And so when I took it away, I thought that the sharp part on the end was really the only part I had to worry about. I had no idea that something that would go in a candy bouquet would be like something that you would stick in your yard. It actually looked like one of those pumpkin carving tools. Metal, jagged pumpkin carving tools in a candy bouquet. So that's what happened. Immediately afterward, we took her to the hospital. I tried to stop the bleeding as much as I could at home, and then I drove her to a hospital, which is a 12-minute drive from us, thank goodness, and they stitched her up, and that's what happened.
Where nothing makes sense anymore.
Who is the biggest girl in the world? She's saying, hey, Gracie. Good girl. Say, good girl, Gracie. Tenny was such a big girl. She just held her hand out. We asked her to show. Sorry, she keeps turning my car off and on. Okay. Okay, no touch, no touch. She touched. So anyway, we asked her to show Dr. B her ouchie, and she showed it to him and just let him take the stitches out. She not cried, but whined a little bit as he was taking the stitches out. I think it just kind of scared her. But we just told her that the scissors go snip, snip, and to say night-night to her stitches, and she started waving at her stitches. He was amazed. He said that she did so well, that kids usually scream and they have to hold them down, and there was none of that with her. She just held out her hands. That was a big girl. And Gracie Facey stayed in the car. The car was running and it was locked, so she's been fine. She's just panting because she's excited to see us. Who is this? But Dr. B assured me that I should not feel guilty, that it was an accident, and that he thought I should voice a complaint to Publix because that's a very dangerous thing to have in a candy bouquet. And I agree, and kids are gonna go for candy, you know, so, and especially the decorative foil paper that makes the cool sound that's sticking up out of the top of it. So anyway, yeah, if you get a candy bouquet from Publix, those decorative foils on top are stuck in there with metal spikes, and they're very dangerous, obviously. They look like little pumpkin carving tools. It's awful. But yeah, you did a good job, honey. You're so big. Who's a big girl? Oh, you want to show them your ouchie? Show your ouchie. Yeah, see, it looks a little dry. We need to moisturize it, but it looks really good. Yeah. Looks a little dry, but we just need to moisturize it. We haven't moisturized it today because we didn't want it to be all slippery for Dr. B. But we're going to put some Mederma on it. It's actually looking really good. Tenny, no, stop. I'm sorry, I know the beeping has to be annoying, but my child will not stop turning my car off. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We will see you next time. Say bye, Tenny. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Maybe I could have seen it all coming, that I wouldn't grow wiser for each day. Am I the only one lost in translation, where nothing makes sense anymore?